In a world where justice often seems out of reach, one ancient principle still holds the power to transform our view of fairness. Yet, it's rarely talked about. Imagine a rule that protects the most vulnerable, prevents exploitation, and ensures that no one takes advantage of the weak. Intrigued? This principle has been around for centuries, but its relevance today might surprise you. What is this forgotten rule? It comes from a place most of us wouldn't expect, an ancient proverb. Proverbs chapter 23, verses 10 to 11 gives us a timeless warning. Do not move an ancient boundary stone or encroach on the fields of the fatherless. For their defender is strong. He will take up their case against you. This passage is more than just a command from long ago. It's a life lesson in respecting the rights of others and defending those who can't defend themselves. Why should you care about a boundary stone? In ancient times, boundary stones marked land ownership. Moving them was equivalent to stealing someone's livelihood. Today, we might not have literal stones, but the concept is still relevant. In modern terms, moving a boundary stone could mean crossing ethical lines, exploiting someone's vulnerability, or taking advantage of someone in need. This proverb tells us not to exploit others, especially those without power. It's a reminder to act with fairness and integrity. And here's the part that most people overlook. God is described as the defender of those who can't defend themselves. If we fail to act justly, we're told he will step in. Jesus is the ultimate fulfillment of God's role as the defender of the oppressed. In his ministry, Jesus consistently cared for the vulnerable, healing the sick, feeding the hungry, and showing compassion to the marginalized. He proclaimed justice and liberation for the oppressed, as mentioned in Luke chapter 4, verse 18. Jesus himself experienced injustice on the cross, taking on the suffering of humanity so that he could become our advocate before God. Just as Proverbs 23, 10 to 11 speaks of God defending the fatherless, Jesus defends us from spiritual condemnation, taking up our case before the Father. Think of all the times you felt helpless or seen someone else treated unfairly. This proverb promises that God sees every injustice and he will take up the case of those who are wronged. It's a comforting thought for anyone who's felt powerless in the face of unfairness. You don't have to be moving literal stones to violate this principle. Here are some modern examples. Exploiting someone's lack of knowledge for financial gain, taking credit for someone else's hard work, ignoring the rights or needs of vulnerable people in your community. These are all ways people can move boundary stones today. But here's the twist. If you are on the side of the vulnerable, God promises to be on your side. If you act unjustly, the consequences may be bigger than you expect. The real takeaway is simple. Act with integrity. Respect the rights and boundaries of others, especially those who are vulnerable. Whether it's in business, personal relationships, or your community, treating others with fairness is crucial. And when you see injustice, don't stand idly by, get involved. This ancient principle reminds us that justice is not just a legal concept, it's a moral imperative. And when we fail to uphold it, someone stronger steps in. Whether you're defending your own boundaries or helping protect others, this forgotten rule is something we can all live by today. How do you think this ancient concept of boundary stones applies to modern life? Have you ever witnessed or experienced something where someone's boundaries were crossed in a way that changed your view on justice? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you for watching.